Mama drops her precious boy off like he's heading to some kind of sports camp, but it is a deadly march, where only one person will come out on top, and everyone else gets wiped out. Raymond Garrity meets Peter McVries. Everyone's sitting calmly waiting for the start. We get introduced to some of the characters: Stebbins, Arthur Baker, Hank Olson, and Curly. Curly fudged his age a bit, but whatever. Suddenly, he shows up the Major riding in like some hero on a white horse. Well, actually in a tank. He gives some patriotic speech. That one guy who's writing a book is probably noting down every word. Then they start handing out numbers. Of course, the writer records everyone's. They also give them a pace monitor and explain the rules. You can't drop below 5 miles per hour. If you do, you get a warning. You've got 10 seconds to catch up. Otherwise, it's a second warning, then a third. And the third means you're out. If anyone strays too far from the group, that's also an elimination. And, just like that, they're on the move. The long walk has begun. Go ahead and drop in the comments how far you think they'll actually get. Anyway, the whole reason this thing even exists is because people got super lazy, so somebody decided a massive endurance march would fix that. And of course, it's all being streamed live. 5 miles in the first warning hits. The guy had a tiny rock in his shoe, but he managed to catch up. And the warnings reset after a few hours, just so you know. The guys start getting to know each other and debate whether this whole march even makes sense. Around mile 7, Curly gets a cramp. McVries tries to help him, but the kid collapses and becomes the first one to go. McVries has already picked up some fangirls. Around mile 17, we finally get a demonstration of how to pee without stopping. Around mile 20, someone has a seizure and drops out. Barkovich starts poking at Rank, pushing his buttons. Rank finally snaps and tries to hit him, gets warned, then trips and goes down. He's out. The writer showed up for some chit-chat. Up front, there's a little diarrhea incident. The dude just can't handle it, and the poop takes him out of the game. Then they keep marching for a good while, until we finally reach the first night. That night really takes its toll. Not only is everyone exhausted, but there's also a steep stretch. After the first night, the group gets a lot smaller and the counter's already at 59 miles. If you're still here, it'd be awesome if you dropped a like and a subscription. Thanks a ton for the support. Just before the 100-mile mark, the writer ended up with his whole leg busted and dropped out. He's not finishing that book. One dude tried to escape, but surprise, surprise, it didn't work. They kept on marching. The second night came. Then another day, the counter's already at 144 miles. And finally, we were treated to a presentation of a 10-second express poop. Raymond Garrity reveals his reason for joining the March Revenge. Garrity's father was against the march, and because of that, he was executed by the Major. Garrity wants to win, so he can wish for a weapon and take the Major out. They've already marched 177 miles. Some dude tried to jump onto a tank, and yeah, you can guess how that ended. People started losing it. They've been marching so long they've basically gone crazy. The next night was the last one for Hank Olson. By morning, the counter was already at 209 miles. Another one couldn't take it this time, Barkovich. He ended up taking his own life. The miles kept flying by. Garrity's shoes were so wrecked, he decided to walk without them. The group reached a town where Garrity's mother was waiting, and he almost dropped out because of it. But McVries held him back. After mile 306, some dude grabbed a soldier's gun, and, well, that was the end of him. Only 4 were left. During the next night, Baker suffered internal bleeding from the strain and stopped. The final 3 kept going. We also find out that Stebbins is the Major's illegitimate son. After that revelation, he decides to let go. And then we get the big finale, Garrity versus McVries. The guys had already made it 331 miles. A big crowd gathered to cheer them on. McVrees wanted to give up the win, but Garrity wouldn't let him. He pushed him to keep going, and then stopped himself and got shot. The Major carried out the final judgment. McVrees, as his prize, fulfilled Garrity's wish. He asked for a weapon and then killed the Major. For the full experience, and to really get the characters, I recommend watching the whole thing. Personally, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I wish there were more story threads, but the topic is pretty unusual, and that's exactly what I like most. Let me know in the comments what you think.